30 minutes plus 2. We are in Trentino. Gate drops here, except for one of the Vitas who gets parked on the line. Might have been Watson. And it's Prado. Fevre goes down in turn 1. And he's upside down. Hurling's in there as well. And Maxime Renault, Siwa, sorry. Wow, big hitters down in turn 1. And one of them, your qualifying race winner. Kawasaki have never won around here. Valentin Guillot overjumps the triple into second place. Or it's Watson in third, actually. So Watson third. It was his teammate that got parked on the gate. Patrell fourth. Fernandez there in fifth or sixth place. Goupion. Wow, the number 57 wildcard rider. We've got Guadagnini, Renault 8th, Osler 9, Teresac 10. A mistake there for Guillot on the opening lap. And Watson on the MRT Vita, former Grand Prix winner here, is in second place. But it's Prado who leads. More water on the track just before the start of this race, just like they did in MX2. Everybody just trying to find their way on this opening lap on what is a very slippery racetrack in places. Greasy on takeoff there, as Guadagnini proved. And Fernandez up to second. Watson third. Good start this to Ben Watson. The MRT Vita there, all in blue. Just behind him are two Yamahas. Benoit Paturel, number 6. And the 959 of Maxime Renault. Guadagnini just behind him. But it's Prado who leads, and he's already 2.5 seconds clear of Ruben Fernandez. Third is Watson, fourth Paturel, fifth Renault, sixth Guadagnini, seventh is Guillot. So from second to seventh on the opening lap, just 1 or 2 mistakes then for Guillot. Goupion 8, Osler 9, Albi Ferrato 10, Calvin Melandrin is in 11th place, Rubini 12, Kevin Brumman, Glenn Koldenoff, Lupino, Teresac, Steri, Crossi, Lapucci and Sandner. Riders that went down on the first turn, Jeremy Siwa down in 38, Brian Bogus 36th, Jeffrey Hurling's 30th, Roman Fevre 26th, a venue where Kawasaki have never won here in Trentino. Doesn't look like they're going to do it again either, unless something drastic happens with Roman Fevre's charge through the field. Can he make it happen here today? Well, he's definitely got his work cut out if that's the case. Guadagnini down the inside of Maxime Renault. These two fighting over 5th place. Guadagnini there at the moment. Very slick. Some of the riders, a lot of the riders were using scoop tyres yesterday because of the soft nature of the ground in places. Probably gone to the... Oh, how lucky was Maxime Renault. Just came in off the bank. Talk about using the track in a little bit more, Maxime. Gets good drive up the hill, though. Can he cut to the inside? Yes, he can. Can he make a pass stick? No, he can't. Not yet, anyway. I was going to say, a lot of these riders using scoops yesterday because of the soft turns and soft areas on the track, and also for that start. But now you've got a freshly watered track. A lot of those riders, I wonder if they came in after the sighting lap thinking way too much water for a scoop, given the hard, slick nature underneath. Guadagnini up to 5th, Renault 6th, that's these two here. Oh, flat land for the Frenchman. Although not as bad as Valentin Guillot's on the opening lap. There is Guillot coming back into play there. Third rider in shot coming towards us, number 92, Chip to cycle. Honda SR Motor Blues. The Swiss rider feeling very comfortable on these conditions. Here's Ben Watson, the 919 on the MRT Vita. He's got the Departs Yamaha of Benoit Paturel, number 6 behind him. These two fighting over 3rd place. And had a great start for Benoit Paturel as well. Former third-place finisher in the World Championship, former Grand Prix winner in MX2 and race winner. Got a Motocross the Nations gold as well. 2016 Maggiora in Italy. Good to see him at the sharp end once again. Really working hard on his training program this year is the Frenchman. Another Frenchman working really hard, Maxime Renault, as he tries to find his way back past Guadagnini, who will come straight out of the turn and out to the bank on the exit of the turn to close off the attack. Cost him a little bit of time, though, and Renault goes back by. Renault back into fifth. Jorge Prado already over the line, though, 1:51.4. He's got 3.2 seconds in his top pocket over Ruben Fernandez, Team HRC, who's already at the end of pit lane as Renault and Guadagnini come through. There's Guillaume. What a ride this is for Benoit Paturel. Currently in fourth. Ben Watson, former Grand Prix winner here. 2 podiums around this place, Ben Watson, so obviously has an affinity with this place. So Ben Watson leading this trio of riders uphill. The 9:19, good to see him back there, but can't afford to leave any doors open. Benoit Paturel, even though we've not seen him at the sharp end in a while, you never know. You never forget how to race a motorcycle. When the opportunity presents itself, somebody leaves a gap, you go for it. That's what he's hoping for here at the end of the straight, but Watson just taking the wider line, the safer line, through that left-hander at the end of the straight. Later, really doing a good job with the development of that motorcycle over the last couple of years or so. And to have it up front here with Ben Watson, there in third place, who arrived here, what, 13th in the championship before the weekend began. Dropped to 14th after his qualifying race yesterday, where he was 19th, so didn't pick up any qualifying bonus points. Doing a good job of hanging on to third. There's Prado, end of the straight, top of your picture, almost the whole length of pit lane ahead of Ruben Fernandez. But Ben Watson, though, MRT Racing Team Beta, still got his hands full. You know what, now that he's been there for a few laps, we're on lap 4, now that he's been there for a few laps, may just start to settle in and relax a little bit. Might get to enjoy himself as well. Never know, top 5. Top 3 could be on the cards here, but you've got Renault there, Guadagnini. Where are the rest? Well, Hurling's down in 20th. Fevre is on a massive charge. He is up to 17th. You've got Sander about a second clear, so expect the Frenchman to go past Michael Sander. Take a revisit to the start then, shall we? Here's what happened at the start of the race, and it was explosive. Look how many riders went down in turn 1. There's Fevre on the green Kawasaki, the only Kawasaki on the grid. Gets nudged possibly by Hurlings and then into... Oh, look, Hurlings is down. Bogers is down. Watch this here. Van Donnick. Hurlings, Fevre, Siwa, like dominoes. And Watson under attack from a hard-charging Benoit Paturel, who goes through, takes third away from the Englishman. And Maxime Renault ready to pounce as well. He may just do that in the next turn. Depends how much space Watson gives him to work. Well, the answer there was not a lot. Renault still parked there in 5th. Watson in blue, though, hanging on to 4th position. at the riders he's got behind him. A hard charge in Valentin Guillot, one side of the track to the other. A rider who's definitely enjoying his riding at the moment. How close is it between Watson and Renault as they charge downhill? Renault goes through, moves into 4th place. Here, Guadagnini, 101, looking to go through as well. Very greasy in that turn, though. So Watson 4th, Renault 4th, Watson 5th. Guadagnini here, 101, who won his FIM Junior World title here back in 2019. He finds himself in 6th place at the moment. Valentin Guillot just behind him there, number 92 in 7th. Then in blue, Albi Ferrato. A big mistake there, though, from Guadagnini. Out of shape through the waves. That allows Guillot to go through. He picks off the Italian, moves up into 6th place. Can he stay there, though? Still got some work to do to keep the Italian at bay. Our first sighting of the bullet, Jeffrey Hurling's behind Michael Sandner. In 19th place, Jeffrey Hurling's at the moment. Red Bull KTM, Jeffrey Hurlings. Going after Michael Sandner. 766 on the KTM, the Austrian. Wildcarding here this weekend. Hurlings cuts to the inside. Gives it big panic rev as he comes in the land, possibly to spook the Austrian. Takes a position away. Hurlings now will cross the line. In 17th place, Roman Febvre just ahead of him there. This place always throws up a little bit of drama, doesn't it? None so far, though, for Jorge Prado. This is where he fell in the qualifying race yesterday. Has a 3.6 second advantage over second place Team HRC's Ruben Fernandez. Here he is. Look, not seeing too much of the Spaniard. Number 70. Jorge Prado, though, each of the first rounds this year, he has won the first race. Argentina first, followed by 6th. The same result in Sardinia, 1st and 3rd in Switzerland. Still yet to win a Grand Prix this year, though. But he has been on the podium every round. 3-3-2. So Ruben Fernandez. Right, this was Guillot tipping over. So Guillot doing all the hard work to get himself up into 6th place. Loses 2 positions there to Guadagnini and Albi Ferrato. Ruben Fernandez, 6 laps complete for Team HRC, 2.9 seconds down on the leader. And if you turn up to MXGP here, and here you get a very good advantage point in the paddock, Honda on the lower tier. And if you've seen MXGP lately with the what they call the ice cubes, or the fish bowls, if you like, the workshops on wheels, gives perfect working conditions for the team, the staff, and everything else. They've got one for hospitality, one for the workshop. They've got a separate unit, which is where all the meetings take place. Just for one rider, that is a lot of pressure on the shoulders of the young Spaniard. Paturel and Renault. Renault bravely around the outside, moves up into 3rd. Here's Maxime Renault, just into 3rd a moment ago, but he's already been retaken by Benoit Paturel. So Paturel back up to 3rd. Here's why. Top of the turn, deep rut. Not the first rider to go there today. Gets himself going just before Watson came back through. So the gap you can see between Benoit Paturel and Maxime Renault. Benoit Paturel back in third place. Spinning up in the background though, just behind Guadagnini was Albi Ferrato. Lost the back end on the exit of the turn, cost him a little bit of time, cost him a lot of time actually, because Valentin Guillot's gone through into 7th place. Here is Ferrato. So the SM Action Yuasa battery KTM rider making that mistake. Bottom of the hill, that 180 left on the infield. So a little bit of redemption there for the 92 of Valentin Guillot, making up for one or two of his own little mistakes. The Swiss rider enjoying his time in MXGP at the moment. Had him on our studio show. Very methodical in his replies and his approach to racing. Not had it easy during his MXGP career. And we're talking about a former 3-time Grand Prix winner in MX2 in 2015. Here's Ferrato. I know riders say there is no home pressure and all the rest of it, but deep down, some riders feel it. Get a good start, obviously it helps. Here's Watson up on the pegs. In blue, Guadagnini. 101 giving chase once more on his Red Bull gas. These two fighting over 5th place. Still 13.5 minutes plus 2 to go, MXGP race 1. This is a fantastic effort by Ben Watson. Oh, wave jellos, medical flag, somebody's gone down on the finish line. Can't see who that is there. Here's Romain Febvre though. And Febvre has been passed by Herlings, so Herlings, it was Febvre actually who really got a bit of a move on after picking himself up from that first turn crash. But Herlings on the charge. Herlings really carving his way through the field now. And this is the, you know what, in the past we have had gates where, you know, 23, 25 riders or whatever. When you go down on the first turn and you say, oh yeah, you know, I came from last but I got to 3rd, you know, it's not the same as when you've got 40 riders. So the wild card system that they have in MXGP this year, absolutely fantastic, because when you've got 40 riders go down and then you get the situation that we had. Guadagnini, by the way, has moved past Ben Watson and takes over 5th place. When you get the situation that we had at the start, here's how he did it. Watson just a little bit shy in that turn, gave him a little bit of room to work. Guadagnini into that 5th place. When you have to come from the deck and you're 40th when you pick yourself up, whole different ball game. These guys are only just on the fringe of points, really. Febvre 15th, Herlings 14th. Meanwhile, number 6, Benoit Paturel, has been re-caught by Maxime Renault. The Monster Energy Yamaha rider looking to find his way past the Devarts Yamaha. Very much a privateer is Benoit Paturel this year. The support coming from a motorcycle, an auto dealer in Belgium. No factory parts on that bike either. So getting a good start. Putting himself right up front where it matters. Great to see Paturel right there as well. Is there a way through once again for Renault? Yes, there is. Goes the long way round, jumps long as well, and picks off Paturel for 3rd for the 2nd time this race. Herlings, Red Bull KTM, finds himself behind Lupino. And Lupino gets picked off by Herlings. in exactly the same manner that Renault found his way past Petrel. Hurlings now 13th. Lupino coming back for more though, but Hurling says, no, I need the points. Just around the corner, and at the end of the straight, the 161 of Albin Osland on the JWR Honda. He is the next victim for Jeffrey Hurlings. Meanwhile, look at this battle here. Watson under attack from Ferrato. Valentin Guillot and Calvin Verlanderen. Verlanderen there in 9th place on the Gebben van Benrui Yamaha. Verlanderen never finishing in the top 5 at this Grand Prix in all the years that he's been coming here. Ferrato 7, Guillot 8. So Ferrato looking at a good, strong finish. The second half of this race. Ben Watson just ahead of him. So he's just found his way past Guillot. Not sure if it was a mistake or just a good, clean, solid pass. But Verlanderen, a mistake there for Guillot. That will allow Verlanderen to come back into play. There he is, just sneaking up the inside now, in the background in the white helmet. That inside, nice if you get it right, horrible if you get it wrong, as a couple of the riders have found out during this race. Back end, a little bit out of shape there, stays on 2 wheels, Verlanderen. Can Watson sustain this attack though? There's going to be an onslaught. 3 riders queuing up behind him. Doesn't get the distance over the first 2 waves, allows Ferrato through. Guillot looking to make his move as well. Guillot in red. Ferrato now 6th. Can he cut back or will he go the long way round? Valentin Guillot, well, the answer is plan B. Gets good drive, he'll be looking to cut back at the top of the hill though. Yes, he does. And Watson now losing 2 positions on this lap. It might be 3 by the time he reaches the finish line. Because Verlanderen knocking on the door as well. As they hit the line, Ferrato 6, Guillot 7, Watson now 8. Verlanderen hoping that Watson clears the triple, and he does. He goes to the inside. But it's Watson still hangs on, but then he ends up in a hole. Just almost came to a stop when he landed. Just defending that position now, but Verlanderen may just put the squeeze on him here. He has to go to the outside rut. Can he sneak through at the bottom of the hill? No. Great job this by Watson. Possibly one of the longest races of his career. Ben Watson having to sustain this. He was up there for 2nd position, then 3rd. And Verlanderen eventually does close the door on the Brit. Verlanderen now 8th. Jorge Prado still hovering around 2.5 seconds clear of Ruben Fernandez, and this has been a very measured performance from Ruben. It's been a very measured performance, this from Jorge Prado, who bagged the foxhole shot right at the start of the race for the 4th time this year. Carnage ensued behind him, but it was the 61 who will pick up another black plate at the end of this race. Knowing that his rivals aren't around him, I just wonder whether Jorge Prado is just holding back, because the second half of the second race, especially when he's not made a good start, is what has been kind of catching him out recently. Even in Switzerland, where he finished third, didn't have the same kind of energy, if you like, to do anything about the guys ahead of him. But ride within your limits in race one, because he also had to put in some effort in the qualifying race on Saturday, don't forget. Didn't make the good start, was fifth, fell in this turn, was then in 10th, and you're riding with riders that you don't normally want to be associated with, and you're having to outthink and second guess what they're going to do. They go outside, you go inside. You leave the door open, are you open for attack? So we might see a slightly more measured approach today for Jorge Prado. Jeffrey Hurlings, meanwhile, 11th now, and he has just set the fastest lap a few corners ago, 1:51.13. Valentin Guillot put his fastest lap in, a 1:52.4 that time around. 52.26 for Jorge Prado, the race leader. So Hurlings will go back and he'll look at the sheets afterwards, and he'll be all over that. Meanwhile, Guadagnini has found his way past Benoit Paturel. Guadagnini now pinned to 4th place. Here's how he did it. Paturel got squeezed to the inside here. Guadagnini around the outside. Oh, and the back end out of shape there as well for the number 6. Guadagnini comes towards us now. He will hit the line in 4th place. He is the lead Italian. Second best Italian behind him in 6th place at the moment, Albi Ferrato. Squeezed between them is the number 6 of Benoit Paturel. Valentin Guillot, good solid ride for him. He's still there in 7th. Verlander in 8th. Watson now 9th. And Colden off 10. Ferrato getting closer to Paturel. If he finds his way past the Frenchman, there will be a roar of approval from the fans. So many years of Cairoli dominance. MX2 through to MXGP over the years. Italians desperate for a new hero. Gnarly part of the racetrack there, because it's so soft as you get out of that turn through the first wave, so deep. Ferrato gets around the outside of Benoit Paturel. Didn't learn from his mistake from a lap ago when he got passed by Guadagnini. And Ferrato goes through this time. Ferrato now 5th. Is there enough time left for Valentin Guillot to pick off another position as well? Working their way down beneath the FC Moto banner through the final couple of corners. Ferrato, Paturel, Guillot and Verlander, 4 riders. Centre of your screen now. Verlander coming back for more, ready to challenge Valentin Guillot. He goes high and wide, not going to get the job done there. Maybe he's got something else up his sleeve though. Tense moments for these 3 riders, Paturel, Guillot and Verlander. Good line that from Verlander. Wheeling the braking bumps on the way in, generated a little bit of forward movement. Tried to get alongside Guillot, didn't happen though. Gets alongside him again. Guillot queues up behind Paturel, top of the hill. A lot of squeaky brakes at the bottom of the hill. You just hear that. Oh, great move that from Guillot. Very Prado-esque from the qualifying race. And Verlander goes through as well. Benoit Paturel, all of a sudden, loses 2 positions. Guillot 6th, Verlander 7th. Paturel now down to 8th. It was a good effort, Benoit. Sure, he'll go back, get himself refreshed and recharged for race 2. Here's Jeremy Seewer. Had a quiet race, hasn't he? 16th, another rider who went down at turn 1. With Hurlings and Fevre, Brent Van Donnick. Van Donnick out of the points at the moment, 22nd place. Seewer in 16th, 10 seconds behind Alessandro Lapino. But with 3 laps to go, Jorge Prado continues to lead Ruben Fernandez by 2.9 seconds. Here is Fernandez coming towards us now on the number 70 on the Honda for Team HRC. Won the opening round of the campaign, did Ruben Fernandez in Argentina. Did that with a 5th and a 1st. Didn't score in race 1 in Sardinia. And was 11th in race 2. Difficult day there for the Spaniard. But 5th and 8th. Next time out. Meanwhile, Valandren and Guillot. Guillot 6, Valandren 7, but for how much longer? Guillot defensive now, and that opens the door for Valandren to go around the outside. There was a late lunge there from Guillot, who was desperate not to give up that position, but in the end, the number 10 goes through and takes over 6th place. Glenn Koldenoff, I wonder if he was another rider that got caught in the first turn, because he's there riding without the visor on the front of his helmet. The 259 in 10th place, just behind Ben Watson here on the MRT Racing Beta, and Jeffrey Hurlings behind him as well. Red Bull KTM lighting up the back end on the exit of that right turn. He's in 11th place. Bit of deja vu between these two. Late on in the qualifier, doing the same in MXGP race 1. And Watson may just get past here. He does. Koldenoff now up to 9th. 2 to go. Hurlings may be past Watson in the next couple of corners. Cuts to the inside, drifts his way through on the hard, slick surface. And they'll go around the outside. Keeps it nice and low, picks him off. Hurlings now up into 10th place. Fevre up to 12th. He's managed to find his way past Alvin Osland. So the JWR Honda falling victim to the Kawasaki. The walk in the park once again for the number 61, Jorge Prado. Continues, at the moment anyway, his streak of winning the first race. He's certainly leading here by 4.5 seconds. No reason to think why he can't go on and win this first race. He'll maintain that 50% win streak for the season. 97 there, Michael Ivanov on the AIT Racing Team Husqvarna, getting lapped. Where is he? Outside of the points, 30th place. Into the final lap then, and Ruben Fernandez has been passed by Renault. Renault now up to 2nd place. So Renault, was there a mistake from Ruben Fernandez that allowed Renault to close in on him, or has that just been hard riding over the last few laps to allow the Frenchman to even gain access to a pass? And Hurlings is past Paturel. So too is Koldenoff. Koldenoff now 8th, Hurlings 9, Paturel 10. Valentin Guillot, he's still there in 7th. He's got Valandren right there behind him, but look who's closing in fast. Glenn Koldenoff, Hurlings. 2 riders right there the camo and the orange of the Red Bull KTM rider. It is a choppy, brutal track here in Trentino once again. Can Guillaume hang on? Will there be another position gained for Koldenhoff? Here's Jorge Prado, though. 13 seconds clear now, so there would have been a mistake from Ruben Fernandez because that gap was only about 4.5 seconds a lap or so ago. That is why Renault was able to close in and find his way past Fernandez on the penultimate lap. But Jorge Prado crosses the line to win race 1 here in Trentino.